Hugh Monica, after she hired him, she found out he had a criminal record. And when I say this guy has a criminal record, I mean a long criminal record. Plus, he did lousy work. It's Hall of Shame time. Meet Darren Ballard.
Yeah, I ripped off people years ago. I don't do that now. That's not my game.
This lady says Darren's game is still the same, and she's not playing.
He's a con artist.
Darren Ballard is a remodeler with a rap sheet, a habitual handyman who's got as many criminal convictions as he has excuses for not finishing his job.
He's come up with someone died, his granddaughter threw his phone in a toilet, he's sick, you name it, he got it.
And he's got an excuse for running a contracting business without a license. It's not his company, it's his wife's. So it's your company.
Yes.
And what do you know about construction?
Actually, I've learned a lot.
She may have learned a lot, but clearly not enough.
I've seen this a million times. As soon as I saw you, I was like, oh crap.
Michelle wanted some remodeling work done on her house. She saw a construction crew working down her Dearborn Heights street and went over to talk to them. There, she met Darren Ballard.
He showed me a stack of contracts like mine. He wouldn't let me read them, though, but he has stacks of them.
With all that business, she thought Darren and his company, Hack Construction, must be pretty good. He said he was licensed, so she gave him money to get started. And he kept saying he needed more money until she paid him over $4,000. But when the work was supposed to start, she says Darren flaked out.
Every day it was an excuse after excuse after excuse.
She says after a month, he only did a few hours of work, which was not even good work. Plus, Darren did some weird things like showing up unexpected and just walking into her house.
Hello.
Michelle got a bad feeling.
You know, looked online and I saw that he had a record.
And he's got a big record.
Oh, huge. He's 23 pages.
Darren's been arrested in Hazel Park, Ferndale, Shelby Township, Southfield, Warren, Oak Park, Harper Woods. He's been charged with forgery and counterfeiting and fraudulent activities. He's been convicted in 2002 of felony larceny by conversion, 2004 taking money under false pretenses, 2005 felony larceny, 2006 3 counts of uttering and publishing, 2005 felony uttering and publishing. In a different 2005 case, felony larceny, 2006 2 counts of felony uttering and publishing. In another 2006 case, 3 more felony uttering and publishing convictions. 2011, more felony uttering and publishing convictions. Then, he went to prison for 5 years, came out, and was convicted of 3 more felonies in 2018, which he's on probation for right now. Whew. And along with his felonies, he's got a few misdemeanors for working as a contractor without a license. And Michelle found out that's what he was doing at her house. So she demanded her money back or she was going to the cops. Darren agrees to meet Michelle at 4 p.m. at her bank to pay her back. There's Michelle, but no Darren. Darren finally shows up an hour and a half late with a check for $2,000. He says he'll pay her the rest of the money Monday. If he had, he would have avoided me. Hey Darren, how are you? It's Rob Wolchek from Fox 2.
Good.
Hey, when are you going to bring Michelle the rest of her money? Michelle, the lady out in Dearborn Heights.
Michelle, I just gave her $2,000. We've already done the work. I just talked to the detective like 2 days ago on this.
Yeah? Well, she wants all of her money back. She thinks she ripped her off.
No, I didn't rip her off.
Remember, Michelle gave him more than $4,000, and he only did a small amount of work. She figures he owes her at least $1,500 more. But you understand why she's mad at you. You have a terrible criminal record.
That has nothing to do with me doing it now. That was 10 years ago. I've been out of prison for 4 years.
Yeah, but you're on probation right now. You're not supposed to be working as a contractor, are you?
It's Hack Construction and Remodeling. It's not my company that I work for.
And who's got the license?
My wife.
I was going to leave his wife, Carolyn, out of it, but she chimes in.
I'm the owner of the Hack Construction.
Mm-hmm. But you don't have a contractor's license either.
No, but I have a DBA.
A DBA is just a document stating you're doing business as. As far as state licensing to do construction work, it means nothing. And Darren knows this because he's been busted for it before. So why did you do Michelle's job without a license? You didn't know that would be wrong? That would be against the law? To do a contractor's job without having a contractor's license?
I understand like your issue with his felonies, but if you look at my record and me being the owner of the company, and yeah, I'm young, maybe I didn't know I had to have a license.
Oh yeah, she's young. Didn't know she needed a license. Good answer.
So why don't you get a contractor's license?
I don't exactly know how to go about that. I'm new to this, you know what I mean? I've only had this company for 3 years.
And here's another thing. Darren says he was working for his wife's company, but the checks were made out to Darren and cashed by Darren.
Why did she make the checks out to you then, if it was to your company?
Because he was down there and I was at work.
Darren's letting his wife put her foot in her mouth, but he's the guy who didn't finish Michelle's job, acted sketchy, and has a ginormous criminal record.
That was years ago.
Yeah, it was years ago. 2 years ago.
That ain't now. I don't do that now.
Well, you're on probation now. Hey, Darren, you built yourself a criminal record as big as a house. Now, welcome to my house. You're in the Hall of Shame. Now, Darren's boss, Caroline, emailed me and says she's going to pay Michelle the rest of the money on Friday.